Well, good morning, guys. Hope this thing's a working. I don't know if it is or not. It says it is, but I don't see no level there. Hopefully it's picking up some noise here, man, and get me a rocking and a rolling this morning. Tried to do a live video, but on YouTube this morning, but something's wrong with my doggone encoder. I can't figure that out. But we'll get it figured out and do another one next weekend or something like that. Do apologize, guys. I tried. I really did. Can't always win them. Sometimes you lose them and sometimes you grin them, but sometimes you skim them, doggone it. Some setting in there wasn't right. I think they were downloading the wrong profile to me, so I couldn't quite get the. Anyway, it had the wrong address on it. I think that's what happened because they just wouldn't connect. But then we'll try it again. I'll just have to do a couple of little impromptu live videos, and then I can kind of go from there and get it right. The main thing I wanted to talk to you about this morning, like this event coming up in Crestone, Colorado environs here, it's like, an introduction to the star family, who's really your family. It's like a closing of the division between the realms and opening of a gateway so that the realms flow together. And a lot of people have a lot of confusion and doubt about what's going on out there. They see me hooking up with Divine Mother God and they're all worried about that. They think we're going to turn into a cult or something. Shh. Guys, don't be stupid. Listen to your hearts. Know what's going on here. It may not always be just what you want it to be, and it ever is. It seldom is what I want it to be, but it is what it is. And what we're talking about here is a connection of divine energies. Has little to do with our human forms and frames in some ways, though it is anchored in humanity. But she and I have, essential energies, and they have unified. And yeah, last week was a little wild and crazy, and it, plans to be even a little wilder and crazier this week as we continue toward the event. Now, this doesn't mean that, if this Earth world were to continue, then perhaps she and I we would definitely be in alliance, and there would be a similarity come out of this, and we would be on the same page, same time. In a lot of ways, we have been, she and I, through the years, even though we really didn't know each other, didn't meet each other, and never even talked to each other until just recently. It's very strange, but that's the way it works. And, I'm not really all that familiar with her work. I haven't looked at it, and she hasn't looked at mine much either. So we're like, even that way. I understand people have some difficulties with some of the ways she's applying her energies here and so forth. Well, babies, we all come at it from a different direction, a different heart, But there's just one heart in us that's pure, and that's the divine one. And that's the one that's coming in to take the realm, to take the helm now, and the realm. You see, that's what the event is. It's a change of undies. It's a change of our basic way of life. We no longer carry in the human way as we have, with all this insufficiency and doubt and bickering and, backbiting and all the nasty stuff that goes with us when we get into those kind of dark attitudes, We're letting go of all that now. And we're moving in a very beautiful direction where the divine does indeed unite the realities. I mean, plain and simple. And it's like I've told friends before, hey, you don't have to believe this. If you feel this in your heart, if you got the vibe, there you go. And it's coming through you, it's coming through me, it's coming through her, and a whole bunch of other beings here on this planet. And we're focusing our energies here on Crestone, Colorado. So if you'd kindly join in and help us create a unified field here in Crestone, we've already got it set, but let's keep amping it up. We need a nice, uniform bunch of people here, and animals and so forth, that are all basically on the same wavelength. So we need to get, and essentially it is that way already, but under the surface, we need that to be more surface. We need to include all realms of our psyche in this. So, babies, keep sending the love, keep sending the energy, keep sending the drive. Help us do this thing right. You know, we're both, she and I, are a couple of human beings that fumble around you know, just like everybody else does. And we have some pretty positive ideas about what's going on and how it's applied, and they don't always agree. But that doesn't mean we ain't still doing it. It's the divine connection here that makes it happen. It's the energy that you feel. It's the union of energies. That's what's important here. The human side of it, as I say, has very little to do really with what's going on, though ultimately it does connect at the human level. That's where it begins, at the organic, you know. We move out of the spatial reality and into a more exact reality in which there is conscious love in every movement that we make, every breath that we take. If we're even breathing anymore, you may not have to, you know. We're moving beyond everything we've known of as Earth. It's all changing. Nothing will remain the same. And I mean not one cotton-picking thing, not your ideas about romance, not your ideas about economy, work, nothing. Nothing stays the same. And the world around us. But it starts with a little step. And that's what I call the event, which is the beginning of the reunion between the realms. And that does involve a greeting of star family people in a visible reality here in what you call your 3D world. It ain't 3D no more. It's 5 in my humble opinion. But that does involve that, and we are working towards that consciously. And these energies, despite the humans not being in levels of agreement, still are merging. The humans don't have to agree. Our egos have nothing to do with it. It's love, babies. It's life. It's harmony. It's truth. And it's all coming together just the way it should. So keep your heart energies with us, baby. Tune in tonight as the Coyote Medicine Show on the Hazy Radio Network. I'll give you a link for it. I'm on at midnight to 5 a.m. 5 nights a week. That'd be Sunday night through Thursday night, which is essentially Monday morning through Friday morning, but we call it Sunday night because it's easier. And then I'm on again in the afternoons at 3 to 6 on Monday and 4 to 7 for the rest of the 4 days of the week there. So we're up 5 day a week, man, 8 hours a day on there, day and night. You got Grandpa Coyote coming to you in flight right there on the Hazy Radio Network with the Coyote Medicine Show. A heck of a lot of fun. But this week, pretty dynamic because it'll be a play-by-play of what's going on in this reality as we move toward the event. I anticipate it toward next weekend. Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there. If that doesn't occur then, you know, it will happen when it happens. But I know it's very, very soon. And I think if energies keep moving in the way that they are right now, we'll be all right by Friday, maybe Thursday, I don't know. But who cares? All I know is it's happening, and it's about to happen, and I'm ready for it. Or getting ready for it, about as ready as I'll ever be, you know what I mean, babies? We grow and grow and grow. We deal with all the different aspects of ourselves. But it's mainly about divine reunion inside of yourself, where all parts come back together. That's the main message. Now, greeting these beings visibly on a camera. Hopefully we'll get it televised. Somebody gonna want to kick down a few bucks and help us out, you know, because we got to have a little money, put gathering centers together and stuff. But gee whiz, I don't think I'm even going to deal with that realm. I don't really care. You know, I don't need a dime from anybody for anything other than, you know, to live. But even that's going out the window as we commit ourselves to this greeting, this event, as we bring our hearts into a place of union where then such a greeting. See, this is, we have to create the atmosphere for this to happen, and that's the variable here. The star beings are more than willing to greet us at any moment in visible presence. We just have to be in a loving space enough to allow it. So that's why I ask you to keep sending your energies here to Crestone, Colorado. Help us get it right here. Help us open our hearts and continue in a good direction. Babies, I'm holding the light for you. I'm pulling for you, and I am one determined SOB, and I'm not stopping until this thing is either happening or I'm a vapping. You know, one of the two, babies. I know there's been a lot of bullshit out there. People want to do this, do that. And I've been misled a time or two myself by some of these so-called ETs. So I don't deal with them on that level anymore. I just don't. I won't, because I've been misled. You mislead me, goodbye. You know, you mess with me, goodbye. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I ain't gonna tolerate that crap. And why should I? You know, there is one focus in this life for me. One journey that I've been on since the day my tiny little feet hit the mattress, and, you know, etc. And that's been to bring about this event that I'm talking about. It's been my entire life. Every moment that I have lived, every event that I've been through before this one, have prepared me for this. I mean, it's been spectacular training. You'd never believe it, but there it is, right there in my spirit heart. I mean, I look back and I see it just as plain as day now. Of course, when you're living it, you don't. You come through it in the dark, and then you come back to light. That's just how it works, guys. You know, all of us play by the same rules, where you carry godlike energies or something else. It all comes down to that one basic thing, and that's getting through life and learning to adjust and adapt and find yourself. And then because you find yourself, bring it forward in this reality in its fullness and start to apply it in the same way that I'm doing, the same way that others are doing, including that Mother God. Now, you know, everybody makes mistakes, guys, and I don't want you being critical of what's been going on over there, what they said, what they've done. I could care less. You know, it doesn't matter. All of that's water under the bridge. All that's history. And in our own ways, all of us have been setting up a foundation for this happening, this event to come forward. We're ready for it now. You see, I wouldn't even be activated if it wasn't time. That's how I'm so confident that I know it's coming and it will occur, because I see the trail that's led here. I can see behind me, I can see right now, and I can see the future. Right here in this moment of now. Right here inside this little carcass body that I'm living in, that my spirit soul's residing in, and my old heart's coming forward in. See, this is what it's all about. And when you see this event, even the anticipation of it helps bring your heart forward. You know, because we're preparing the field. We're getting the energies all merged and put together. And so even that is of great benefit to us. And babies, if for some reason, you know, it's called off or doesn't happen, at the very least, we've had a great time getting there, you know. But I think it will, babies. And I think, you know, this will be the reunion we've been waiting for, because this is called the gathering of the collective heart. This is where we put the whole heart. When we talk about wholeness, well, we're in a limited field right now, so we can only get so much of it, because we are, in our perception, separated from our family, a part of our family, and therefore there cannot be wholeness until the whole family's back together. Babies, we came here with a very specific purpose in mind, besides all of the experience we gain and all the ripeness and richness we get. There was a family, part of the family, that was fractured from us. We needed to get them back too. So just know that it's all coming together, but it won't be whole until the whole family's here. And that's another reason why I'm so confident, because I see my heart getting wholer and wholer and wholer. Or is that in the hole? I can't decide. Now, really, babies, we're getting there rapidly. And it won't be long before this happens, as it does, as you witness this either in person or via some kind of video feed or something. You're going to be reminded of who you really are, of what you're all about. I mean, these people are going to be so familiar to you. They're such beautiful souls, and it's been so long since ancient times that we've been able to really contact and communicate with them, though our hearts are always together. We're never really separated. But in this mystical reality we call 3D, there was a separation, or at least appeared to be. As I say, our heart energies are never separate, and they've been here with us and supported us all the way through in that invisible way. Once in a while, visibility would be achieved, but not very often, you know. And of course, there's been a big build-up to all of this, all around this world and all around this universe. And there's many energies and many events that have taken place. I talk about some of them on the radio show and here on my YouTube. So you can kind of get the idea, the drift of how it comes together. And babies, I just want you to know that love wins in all regards. No matter what happens, love wins in all regards. And so babies, just keep your heart energy coming this way to Crestone, Colorado, and environs, because the greeting is not going to be right in Crestone, of course, which is a tiny little place, but somewhere here in the vicinity. But you will know it, you will feel it in your heart this week as it builds and builds. I really would like all of you, if you can, to tune into as much of the radio show as you can, because if there's any information you're needing, that's where you're going to get it first. And it's a live show. Not one that's archived and repeated, because we play music all the time, baby. We love it, We play music, rock and talk, enlighten rock and talk, we call it. But this week it's a build up to the event, so there'll be information coming through every night, every day that you're going to need. So as much as you can, when you can, tune into the Hazy Radio Network and get the old Coyote Medicine Show there, midnight to 5 a.m. Eastern Time. 4 to 7 p.m. in the afternoons, Eastern Time, and Mondays 3 to 6, 1 hour earlier on Mondays because of a scheduling conflict. And there we are, babies. This is you, this is me. We're rocking in this new reality. Let's do it, babies. Keep that heart energy coming. Keep the love aglow in the middle of your soul. Keep your heart alive. And know, yes, we are in overdrive, and yes, it's all happening. You don't have to pay too much attention, again, to the human dynamic here. We'll work that crap out, because if we stay focused on the divine, the human crap falls in line. That's the biggest message today. Focused on the divine, the human crap falls in line. Babies, Grandpa loves you. More than you'll ever know. Again, my apologies for not being able to get that live show up. I hadn't done one for 3 weeks, and son of a gun, the software's falling off somehow. We'll get it figured out. We'll have some live shows here pretty quick. Babies, Papa loves you, and we'll see you real soon.